Yo, we just people from the north side. Once the Timmy's at the shore fine. Winter ready on the four ties. Heavy traffic during 4-5. Gotta hustle on your own time. Color people every port side. We just people from the north side.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your host, your boy, George Mackay, Straight Talk Wrestling. As we're winding down, this is my 10-year anniversary.
Oh, congratulations.
Well, first, let me introduce you. Guys, if you don't know, this is Ava Lawless, one of the most talented women in Canada, 150%. So I've been doing this for about 10 years, and I've decided that on my 10-year anniversary, I'm going to call it quits.
I was going to say, you're going to retire?
I'm going to retire. 10 years is a long time.
Is it like wrestling where you say you're going to retire and then a year from now you're going to start doing it again?
I hope not. I mean, I feel like the passion for it will always be there, but I feel like with my kids getting a little older, I want to be able to spend a lot more family time than I was when I was grinding doing this.
Yeah. I think it comes to like priorities at the end of the day, right?
100%.
Yeah.
So that actually leads to my first question. See, we're gelling already. This is flawless. Flawless with Ava Lawless. I love it. If you ever had a podcast, you should go with that.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
So my first question, priorities.
Yes.
How do you, a young up-and-coming talent in this crazy business, crazy world of pro wrestling, how do you prioritize what you think is important for your career, but also your personal life?
God, that's a really good question. One I haven't been asked before. And it's something that I do think about a lot because I'm like, people have no idea just how much laundry goes into wrestling. So like, how do I find the time to work a full-time job, to hit the road and be at shows and wrestle all over the place, and find time to do laundry, meal prep, go to the gym? Like, how do I prioritize? And my secret is I don't have a life. My secret is, I don't know, if you love it, you make the time,
yes.
Right? So I've missed a lot of birthdays. I've missed, a lot of really big moments. But when you love something that much, you kind of have to make the sacrifices. So I guess right now, yours is at priority and mine is at sacrifices, I think.
I love that. I love that. Sacrifice. And that actually leads into my next question.
Is it about Creed? Not gonna.
No, it's definitely not.
My sacrifice. Anyways.
My sacrifice. Actually, Creed was solid. People underestimate Creed.
I got that album for Christmas that year.
Yeah.
Heavy rotation.
You just heard the news today. Seems your life is going to change. Actually, I can do a pretty good. I could do the lead singer. What's his name again?
Stratt?
Yeah. I could do a pretty good. Well, I just heard the news today. Yeah. Solid. Look at that. We're bringing Creed back, guys. We're bringing it back. So, Creed being heavy in rotation. But that was in your rotation when the album came out.
Yes.
We're now.
I was like 10.
You were like 10. Yeah. So now we're decades later, or a
Yeah.
decade and a bit later. What is on rotation for you now?
Ooh, good question. I'll be honest. I don't listen to like a lot of new stuff, and I think that's just because I'm so in love with what I grew up on.
Sure.
But because Brian Wilson just passed away, I've been listening to a lot of the Beach Boys right now. And then if it's not the Beach Boys, I guess I've been kind of visiting a lot of like synthwave stuff. So there's an artist named Perturbator that I listen to a lot. It just reminds me of like hitting the road in the 80s, which I wasn't alive for, but you're in a Corvette and the sun is setting. Yeah, so I've been listening to like a lot of synthwave right now. So.
I like that. And in case all of you people out there who may not know what synthwave is, the most popular synthwave form that I think I can recall is the Star Trek theme, if I'm not right. Isn't that with a Thermidor, and that's kind of the synthwave style?
Well, wow, yeah. I guess so.
Yeah.
So, synthwave is just like very 80s keyboard and
100%.
Like,
just loving life.
Basically the soundtrack to Drive. That's
Okay, there you go. That's actually a better description than what I could give. So you're sacrificing now for the greater good, and I've seen your rise and your stock just elevate in the last couple of years, especially. You got to meet some of the legends. You've got to also have matches with some of the legends. For example, Deonna Purrazzo.
Yeah.
You also went one-on-one with Miyu. I hope I'm saying this right. Miyu Yamashita. You went one-on-one. Those are two of my favorite women in pro wrestling right now.
Yeah.
I guess pick whichever one you want to go first, but tell me about the experience with Miyu and tell me about the experience with Deonna.
Yeah, I think Deonna is such a strong, like, technical wrestler, and she's also very warm and inviting and, like, open to ideas and, like, hashing things out. So I really, really loved working her. I think when I wrestled Miyu, it taught me a lot about myself. It was very much like, oh, I can hang with her. I can do this. Like, I'm on a level that I didn't know I was at, and I can keep pushing myself to be better. And even when I was working her and I watched the match back, in my mind, I was like, yeah, I killed it. And then when I watched it back, I was like, oh, I could have killed it so much more, actually. But, like, I learned so much just from being in the ring with her. And what I really loved about wrestling her was she was one of the opponents where after the match was over, I was like, I want to do it again. Like, let's just go.
Can we go overtime? Can we go another 5 minutes? Guys, give me sudden death.
You know what? Iron Woman match, like, add time to the clock because I had so much fun. And I really felt like our match was very, like, impactful, like, very explosive, which that's the type of wrestling I like. So, yeah, both were amazing experiences. And, yeah, Miyu was, like, a very eye-opening experience for me, for sure.
I love that. I love how you put that. And I love how you said you felt that you, in a way, to be cliche, but I use this. I stole this from a great Ontario wrestler. His name is Holden Albright. When him and I talked, he talked about level up moments. Mm-hmm. So do you feel like in your career trajectory, after having those 2 matches, now obviously they were a few weeks or so apart,
yeah,
but after having those matches, do you feel like Ava Lawless, her stock just skyrocketed?
Yeah, and I feel like my own confidence leveled up, which I think brings a whole new element to how I'll carry myself in the ring, because then I'll be way more confident and way more explosive and almost like, oh, you know, I can do this, whatever, you know. Not that I, like, doubted it, but it's like when you see how great other people are, you want to be that great. You know what I mean?
100%.
So I've been very, very fortunate to have these matches because I know how lucky I am. And I've learned so much each time that I step in the ring with like names like that. So yeah, it's been great. It's been awesome.
So I also want to talk because I can't talk about, I mean, they don't do it so much anymore, but AEW in the beginning, there was so much talent being showcased, getting those TV spots, getting those quick, 5-10 minute matches.
Yeah.
And you were one of the lucky few in that first kind of run.
Yeah, I think I got 4.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I had to double.
Who knows?
When I was over there, I was over there telling you I needed a few minutes. It's because I was fact checking.
Oh, yeah.
I was double checking my work to make sure I didn't
match.
come in here with egg on my face. I don't want to be another one of those podcasters that's like, so you were on AEW a total of 15 times. No, I was 4. Oh, shit. Well, my bad. My apologies. So 4 times you were able to get on there. And you're able to have some, special matches. Obviously, you didn't come out on the W all the time, but that's okay.
No.
When you're highlighted and people get to see how you work, I almost feel like winning and losing in pro wrestling doesn't really matter. What matters is the story you tell, and if you're able to shine in certain moments. Yeah. And I felt like you were.
Oh,
in most of those matches, I felt like you were able to get your stuff in, shine a little bit, and all in all, people that night would remember, hey, Ava Lawless was pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, you want to be memorable, even if it's just off of a bump, you like, and those matches were definitely great. And also, just to go back to that, what an amazing opportunity to showcase Canadian talent, especially. I feel like it's 10 times harder for people to recognize how much talent we have up in Canada, and for AEW to give us that platform. That was super beneficial. And it was super beneficial for me because after it would air, my social medias would blow up and it would just be like, oh, who is this girl? I'm like, hi, yeah, I've been here.
It's me. I've been here for actually quite some time.
Yeah, so those matches were awesome. I had a lengthier one with Taya, who I've wrestled on the indies as well, so that was really awesome. But I really loved wrestling Athena. I think it was only 2 minutes long, if that, but I would kill to have a full-fledged match with her.
I think you and I was actually, you see, we're gelling. I don't even need to, interviews like this are great for me, guys, because I just get to lay back and chill. But Athena and you, I feel like I don't want to say 15 or 20 minutes is a detriment to you. I think that you guys could tell a great story, even if it was bell to bell, 8 minutes long.
Oh, give me 8. I love an 8.
8 is a solid number.
I love an 8. Even a 6. No, 8's good.
8's good.
8's a sweet spot, and I think she is unbelievable. I love watching her wrestle, and even being in the ring with her, I was just like, holy shit, yeah, she's the real deal, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, what could we do if we got a little something? And it was really funny because originally we had nothing at all, and then she was like, no, you should get this, and I was like, okay.
I mean, you're you, so I'm just going to listen to what you say.
Will.
I will do everything that you say.
But I'm really thankful for her for that, because I think that actually put me in the right headspace too, right? So, yeah, in the end, all the experiences I had there were super awesome. So
I love that. I love hearing that. Every time I've talked to somebody that was able to be showcased on AEW, they always tell me about the positivity. And, a lot of times in pro wrestling, even as fans, even as podcasters, we love to focus on the negativity, but that's one thing I strive not to. I like to focus on the positive side of wrestling because that's why we're all here. We all fell in love with the sport.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of falling in love with the sport, you cannot be Canadian and not love the Hart family.
Yeah, especially from Calgary.
Especially from Calgary, as you are.
Yeah.
So, I mean, getting a chance to meet the two-time Hall of Famer, the multiple-time champion, the, head of the Hart Foundation in a lot of people's minds, Bret the Hitman Hart.
A 3-time Hall of Famer.
3-time. Thank you. See? Corrected. 3-time Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, because he just got the one recently with Stone Cold. Okay, see, I forgot about that one.
It's okay.
3-time Hall of Famer, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I met Bret a few times, and honestly, he's pretty much exactly what you expect. And I love it about him. He's so straightforward. He is like so honest, but he also like advocates, has all these ideas. Like I've worked for Dungeon Wrestling a few times, and Bret will be there and help produce the matches, which is absolute pinch me moment. So anytime I've gotten to work with him, he's been, I would say like a really good advocate for me, because like he'll point out things that I don't even see, or he'll say like you should do something like this, and I'm like, you're right, Bret. Like absolutely.
Hello.
Let me mull that over for a minute, Bret. Oh yeah, you're you. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and listen.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say no. But I think that's another level up moment, because getting kind of direction from him and then executing it and then hearing if I did good or not, I'm like, that's something that you're not going to get anywhere, right? So, or everywhere, I guess. But with him, it was such a huge moment for me to like work for him, meet him, and just like kind of learn, Yeah.
Absolutely. So we've talked about the fact of like AEW was so great in highlighting Canadian talent, but now Canada has its own kind of top tier echelon promotion.
Yeah.
Bringing back the Phoenix ever rising from the ashes. Maple Leaf Pro is back.
Yeah.
And it is doing some incredible things. And Scott D'Amore has made a valiant promise that he's going to highlight as much Canadian talent as he possibly can on any given show that he can. I mean, when you hear about something like that, that's kind of opening the doors. I mean, what we were famous for was, I guess, Stampede Wrestling was kind of Canada's bread and butter. And we also did have Maple Leaf Gardens. We had Maple Leaf Pro.
Yeah.
But I mean, when you really think about Canadian wrestling, at least myself, because, I was one of the few kids that actually was able to have, like, satellite TV at a younger age.
Yeah.
So I was able to see a lot more Stampede Wrestling than I did
Trading
Maple Leaf.
tapes.
Oh, yeah, trading all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, and that's where I fell in love. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Bret the Hitman Hart, but I will forever be an Owen Hart guy.
Yeah,
that's my guy.
You can love both. It's
yeah,
okay.
you can. You can love both. That's true. There's a lot of love for the Harts in my heart.
Yeah.
100%. But when you think about something like that, now we have an upper echelon promotion with all the glitz and glamour of a WWE and an AEW, a clean, slick, wonderful looking promotion. As a young Canadian wrestler, how exciting is that?
Oh, it's so exciting. It's like sometimes when they post, I'll read their comments, and it's like people from America commenting, being like, how can I watch this? These people are cool, blah, blah, blah. And it shows you just like that level of production and like investment. If that can reach an American audience where people start tuning in that aren't just Canadian, it's huge. I think it works for everybody in the end, right?
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
And all the red tape, too, that Canadian wrestlers have to go through. Like, if a lot of people may not know this, but if you get stopped at the border and you're flagged in any way, you're done. The States is over. That's why Speedball Mike Bailey for so long was Canada's best-kept secret, because he could only wrestle here and he could only wrestle in Japan. He couldn't wrestle anywhere else.
Yeah, the border's tough.
Luckily enough, though, you've been able to get it across stateside. You've been able to kind of...
Yeah, I don't really wrestle in the States, especially given everything now.
Political climate, understandable.
Yeah, it's, a bit more difficult. But I try to at least do matches where I feel like people will see me. So Miyu is a great example, I'm wrestling Jody tonight, so I know that'll be a big learning experience, and like she's rad. So yeah, I think it is hard for Canadians, but that's why places like Maple Leaf, like Dungeon, like Top Talent, all those places really help elevate us in the end. So
I love that. It's all about elevation. It's all about collaboration over competition. I wish that, every part of wrestling could be like that, because I find even in my, like, again, as I'm winding down, the 10 years have been so difficult in terms of trying to get heard, trying to carve out a small place in a rather oversaturated market.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like, from a talent standpoint, that you're facing the same challenges in terms of trying to carve out your own little piece of this very, very big pie?
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is pretty much every Canadian wrestler is unbelievable. Anytime I wrestle an American, they're like, you guys are built different up here. And I I don't know why. I think maybe we just have so much drive and so much passion, and because it's not seen on a broader scale, we work 10 times harder. What was the original question?
Basically saying that the fact that like wrestling, as much as we love it, it is very oversaturated.
Yeah,
there are
yeah.
so many talents in this pool.
And how do we stand out?
And it's forever. Yeah, how do you find a way to carve yourself a section of that?
I honestly think, and this took me a little while to really wrap my head around, is character work. Like, I think, you know, if you're a wrestler, you can lock up, and that's great. But what people really, really remember is the character. So if you can be a good wrestler and a good character, well,
Two birds, one stone.
You're rising right to the top.
Right to the top. All right. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much. This conversation has been absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I hope you did as well.
Yeah, it was great.
And let everyone know where they could keep up with the journey that is Ava Lawless.
Yeah, Instagram and X is Lawless Ava, but my name is Ava Lawless. It's not Lawless Ava. Sometimes people come up to me and they're like, "Hey, Lawless Ava," and I'm like, "It's Ava Lawless." But
Just flip it, guys. Flip
just
it.
flip it.
Just
But
flip it.
the username wasn't free. I don't know what you want me to do, you know? And then Facebook is just Ava Lawless. And that's it. I have a TikTok, but I don't use it. And I should, because it's the way of the future. But I just doom scroll instead.
Well, here, we'll extend this for a few minutes because I myself am a father of a teenage daughter in my 40s. And when she found out I wasn't on TikTok,
Yeah.
the despair
It
was
is
like, you are a horrible human being.
It is probably the most popular app. Like, I would say it's definitely like ahead of Instagram and Twitter and all that. But I just don't want to make videos all day. I have laundry to do.
Well, that's okay because you know what? At the end of the day, you can also just post clips of your matches and they'll still go viral.
That's true.
They'll
I'll
still go
just
viral.
post Miyu kicking my ass.
I posted my youngest daughter, who's a big John Cena fan,
Yeah.
being so happy when he won the Elimination Chamber. And I posted that video, and everyone's like, "Oh, where's part 2? What was the reaction?" I'm like, "My kid's a fan." She
Yeah.
was, when John Cena, as she called it, when John Cena went dark, she went dark too.
Oh, well,
So she was totally on board with John Cena doing whatever he had to do to win.
yeah, people love who they love.
That's it.
You
You
know?
can't stop it.
Yeah.
You can't
no.
stop it.
I loved Matt and Jeff, and
I
when
can
they-
see that about you. You
know, when
definitely
they
have
turned
that
on each
aura.
other. Yeah, yeah.
If you ever get a chance to meet Matt and Jeff, will you ask them if they had Creed in their rotation too?
I haven't met Jeff, but I've met Matt.
Have you asked him if he's had Creed in his rotation?
No,
I
but-
feel like
but
Creed
I
has been
feel
in
like
his
he would.
rotation.
I feel like he would.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, as we talk what's on the Hardys playlist, Ava Lawless, thank you again for joining me.
Thank you. It was so much fun.
Guys, that's it for this one. You know all the socials, Straight Talk Wrestling across everything. Peace, love, and wrestling. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Yo, we just people from the north side. Once the Timmy's at the shore fine. Winter ready on the four ties. Heavy traffic during 4-5. Gotta hustle on your own time. Color people every port side. We just people from the north side.